Okay, so this is a large photo and craft keeper. It holds 4x6 photos, and it comes with all these little craft keepers. I bought this about 10 years ago. And so it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 of those photo cases. And I did buy extra ones. I have way more than 16. But I was keeping them in, I showed you in my Alex, 2 of the drawers. And I think I want to make sure that I have those 2 extra drawers. So I'm going to bring this back out, and I'm going to put my die cuts in there just so that I can free up that. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to change it up, storing my die cuts. Okay, so the first thing I went to get is my label printer. This is the P-Touch Brother, and it's just to make labels. So what I'm going to do is, because of the way I scrap that just one copy. I scrap by color. So I'm going to put on these containers the color that is in that container, and I'm going to put it right to the top so that I can know right away which colors are in there. Because when I make my page kits, I usually, even if I do 3 colors, let's say if it's red, black, and white, well, then I can just go in here and take out those 3 containers and go to town, like make my page kits. So I'm hoping, my goal is not my new die cut packages, but you'll see I'll start working on them. But packages that have been opened before and I've used a lot of it, I'm going to separate them by color, and then it'll be much easier whenever I start making page kits. Now I know that you can make it so that you can keep printing, but that's okay. I just want to get this done. I just want to put the label all the same way so that, oops, no, so that they're all sitting in my container the same way. Okay, so I'll just stop the recording and I'll make all the colors. I'll make black, white, gray, I got pink, blue, green, and I don't think, I'm not going to make it so that, different shades of green. Green is going to be green, blue is going to be blue is going to be blue, and I'll just put them all in there. I'm not going to go, oh, well, there's navy, and then there's a, dark green and a light green. It's just going to be green. And then I might have, what I might end up happening is I might get 2 pink containers, and that's fine. Then I'll just put 2 pinks together. Whew, I wonder if I just ran out of label in there, which I do have some more. So blue, green, black, pink, red. Let's do white, and then I'll do gray just to see. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go change. So you can tell this is not going to do. I'm going to change my label in here, and I'll make all the other colors, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to show you the mess of some of my embellishments, how they are right now, and then we'll clean that up. Okay, so now we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep my label maker really close. I'm just going to shove all those to the side, and as you can tell, I did quite a few colors. I might have some missing because I kind of just went with, sort of the ones that I remembered for now. Some of them, I want to show you how I kept them before. See, Dear Lizzie, Documentary, Chamel, Starshine. But really at this point, I don't want to keep them by company. I want to keep them by color because that's how I scrap. And when I make some page kits, I divide everything by color. So when I'm done with a page or a kit, and I have all these leftovers in the containers like this, once I'm done with this, which I think I am done with this one, I have so many of these containers just lying around. Or maybe that's the one I'm working on right now. It could be the one that I'm working on right now. But if not, then when I'm done with this, this is pink. I just put it in the pink container. This is green. I put it in the green container, and so on and so forth. And then that way, it's already sorted for me. Like I'm doing it as I'm scrapping. So I might as well keep it going. So I have quite a few of these iris trays or containers where it's filled with embellishments from previous page kits that I put together, and then I just dump them in one of those, and I'm like, oh, I need to get that organized so that I can use them and put them on pages. So I had already started a few months back to try to put them by color. So I did have a yellow one started. I did have a blue one started. This is mostly black, but there's some white in there. So I'll, some of these I'll have to go through, but I didn't have enough empty containers to do all the colors that I needed. Now, what I'm going to do is a lot of these containers, again, same as the big iris tray, when I was done with the kit, I would just shove them all in there. So now what I'm going to do is go through these, divide them by color, and then I have these containers to put them in. So I'm going to put those to the side. Like I said, I'm going to have to go through probably some of them and take some of this out because this goes in pink, not in blue. This goes in pink. It's mostly blue, but I do have a couple things that I need to divide up. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to put you on fast forward, and then I'll do a voiceover for the rest because it's going to take me a bit of time. So my goal was to get all these little photo boxes that I have a bunch of mixed embellishments in them, but I also have the bigger iris containers where I have a bunch of embellishments just thrown in them. And I'm using my label maker. I'm just dividing the boxes by color. And already I did this about a week ago, so I've had time to kind of use that system, and I'm loving it because that's how I scrap. I scrap with color. So therefore, it would only make sense that my embellishments would be divided that way. I don't think this is going to change how I make my page kits and everything. I still want to be able to have a container just for my page kits. But what this is going to change is if I find that I don't have enough of a certain color for the page kits, because when you're making 30 page kits, it takes a lot of embellishments. So if I get to that point, I can just go to my container with all the different colors and just pick those colors for that specific page kit. And when it's done, I just put the photo boxes back in that bigger container. So spoiler alert, one of my goals for 2020 is to be more organized. And this is the first step in my craft room that I wanted to do so that I would be more organized, is to separate a lot of my embellishments that have been put in these little containers or, in baggies and that kind of stuff. And I found that separating them by color was one of the easiest way to do that, and that I would be able to reference them again or, find them easily. And it's something that I can do a little bit at a time. And now I'm going to come to you real time. Okay, so this is how much I've done so far. I've just used my label maker and put, the colors down. And I have 3 left, and these all have to be separated, like they're all mixed. So I'll be separating those and dividing them in the color. Now I know some of them I'm going to need 2. For example, the blue is super full, so I'll just do 2 blues. But I have these here, so I'm hoping that I don't go beyond this. I'll only separate my embellishments until all these are full, and then I'll stop, and then I'll concentrate on using these embellishments. And then once these like kind of go down, then I'll try to separate some more, because I have a ton of things like this that need to be separated. You know, they're in these containers. They were used for a class or, you know, a project, and now they need to be separated again so that they can get used. So I have quite a few of these. Some of them don't even have the inside like this. It's just the entire container is just full of embellishments. So I just want to make sure that I use what I have. So I'll make sure to empty some of these containers, you know, for a couple of reasons. Because when you have containers like this that are just full of embellishments, well, then I can't use these containers for anything else. Like, it's just full of embellishments. So I want to make sure that I go through these and empty them and put them all together. Now, I did do one of the containers. I called it cork. And I might put wood veneer with it, and then just whatever I find in wood veneer in these containers and cork, and put them in this container. I was going to do one of each, but I'm thinking I'm going to need 2 blues and 2 pinks for sure. Those are pretty full. The rest of them I still have, and maybe 2 black. Black is pretty full too. So if I need 2 black, 2 blues, and 2 pinks, that's going to fill up the rest of them. So I'll do cork and wood veneer together. I did one that's multicolor. When I look at an embellishment, I kind of decide, okay, this is going to go in blue. This is, you know, depending on how many. But something like this that really has a lot of multicolors, I'm just going to put them in this container. Okay, so I've done some really good progress on this, and I'll be working on this throughout, you know, the month of January. I, you know, put maybe half an hour every day, and I'm separating some of these into the different colors. I don't want to spend like a whole day doing that, because there's, you know, I'm still working on my December daily that I need to finish. The year's coming to an end, so I want to make sure that I work on that. And I'm also making some page kits. So I want to make sure that I sort of divide my time between the different projects that I have. But that's it. I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.